Jesting 123, Jesting 123. It's the new year. Happy New Year, Jesticles. We're here. It's Thursday, the first Thursday of the new year. And I have special guests with me already. We've been talking about the Chroma Link and doing Chroma Link things. See, I have my little my duo. Come on, do the thing. There it goes. I have my duo all linked up to the Chroma Link. But let me get him in. Let me get him in here. So say hello to our good friends, Sari and Shane, aka Starlight and Stone. Welcome. It's been a while. It's been a whole 2 weeks for Stone, but it's been a while for Sari. How have you been?
Been all right. Been resting, so good.
Good. It's important.
Happy New Year. How have you been?
You know, vibing, doing things, keeping busy, spinning sticks. You know how it goes. So we're excited here about the Chroma Link. I already got mine updated last week. We ran into a problem where it wouldn't connect to lightshow.lol, but now we have it all set up where it is in fact connected to lightshow.lol. So smash that like button for lightshow.lol and the Chroma Link, and share the stream for people who want to know about this stuff. And let's carry on. I hope you remember where we were, because what we were talking about before we started the stream, because we were doing something.
Recap. Last time, we were struggling to connect your chips to lightshow.lol because they were actually a slightly earlier than the first firmware we ever released.
They were
you got the test sets,
alpha firmware, right?
Yeah. So that's good. But right now we just successfully flashed and updated one of your duos, and we can either continue programming a duo from lightshow.lol or we can flash another one. Up to you.
I suppose we should flash the rest of them before we program anything, right? Or should we program one of them, because then we can.
Right. It'll take a few seconds. It'll take a few minutes to take them out of their cases and plug them into the thing, the Chroma Link, in order to flash them. So you probably, I don't know, that might be repetitive. So I would say we either do one more. Let's just start programming. Let's start
programming. Yeah, let's see what we can do here.
Right now, you have your CHROMADECK connected to your computer and connected to lightshow.lol.
Yes.
And then, in addition to that, you have your Chroma Link connected to your CHROMADECK.
Right.
And you have a duo in that Chroma Link.
The duo is plugged into the Chroma Link. The Chroma Link is plugged into the CHROMADECK. The CHROMADECK is plugged into the computer. Exactly. The elbow is connected to the funny bone. The funny bone is connected to the shoulder bone. Yes.
That's right.
The funny bone is connected to the jest bone.
Yes.
Yep. And
yes,
the hip bone is to the skull bone.
All right. So, anyways, what is next? What do we got to do next?
So now that you have it all linked up, the hardware, you've already done this, but you would connect your CHROMADECK to lightshow.lol, which
we did that.
We'll have tutorials and stuff on that, but that's already done. And you see a little window pop up. That's the one you're highlighting right now. That says right now it says disconnect duo, but normally it would say cconnect duo, right? But you've already connected it.
So we already did that. So the next part in this little window would be to flash custom firmware. No.
That's just if you're updating, and that's also flashing custom firmware is for updating to like special people rewriting the code.
Okay, so we don't want to press. That's the button we don't want to press. We've already updated firmware, so we don't need to do that.
We don't need to do anything with that window at all. And
so this window's done.
Yeah. It just would open a window asking you what firmware you'd like to flash, and you have to provide the firmware. But don't worry about that. What we're going to do is we're going to pull modes, which is that little device with a down arrow in the window to the right.
The right down arrow here. This one?
Possibly. Yes.
Your other right.
Modes list.
There you go.
Yes, on the modes list. Sorry, I should have said modes list. Yes, on the modes list, there is a little device with the down arrow, the third icon.
Full modes. Got it.
Full mode. And this is now a list of the modes that are on your duo.
Nice. So now I can see all 9, starting with 0.
Starting, it's 0 index. So
Right.
the first mode is 0. The last mode is 8. 0 through 8 is actually 9 total modes.
Yeah,
It's
right.
weird to count from 0, but it's a
But it's
programming.
programmer languages, so
Exactly.
yeah, it makes sense.
We're hacker men.
Yes, we are officially Hackerman's chat. Press W in the chat for being Hackerman.
Code.
All right.
So now we can start messing with things, and there's a few new features that have been added recently. Thanks, Daniel, for fucking crushing it on all the great updates we had so far for the for lightshow.lol.
Wait, so there's oh no, that's just the animation. I was like, wait, so there's new things there, but there's not.
Yeah, we've reorganized things. All the windows are draggable and droppable now.
Draggable and droppable? Oh my god, they're draggable and droppable. I can move them into view.
People can snap.
People can snap. See stuff.
So it's
they snap.
Quality
so nice.
And I can drag it off screen too. That's pretty
cool. That we might need to have a way to that are dragged off screen. But yes, that is we might even have like this is still a work in progress, the menu, the interface itself. So
Daniel said you probably shouldn't be able to drag it off screen. Well, you can. So fun fact.
Yeah, I was
I already broke it. Guess what, guys?
Like
that's what we're here for.
Yes.
Secret features.
All right. So
dragging it off screen serves no purpose other than to declutter, but getting it back on screen becomes a problem if you've done that. So we'll fix that. Don't worry.
All right. So
yeah, what's very fun though is you might notice the animation section. That's all to affect the preview on the screen.
Right.
Those little icons. Oh, let's play with one. Okay, so try clicking those little shape icons on the animation window.
Shape
like the figure
icons. Oh, now it makes different patterns. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then try the mouse one.
I just clicked the mouse one. Dude.
The mouse one. This gives me 3rd grade computer lab vibes so hard.
Sand. Did either of you play that?
I no, but I don't.
With the little stick figures, and you do like drop sand and like stuff on
There was this game. There was this game in Computer Lab that would take a snapshot of your desktop, and then you'd just be able to blow it up and just like click stuff and destroy things and like.
That's called Desktop Defender or Desktop Destroyer or something like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
you remember that? That's what this gives me vibes of right now.
Or it was Desktop something like Desktop Wars. I don't remember. Yeah, but that was
dope. You know what I'm saying though? That it exists. But this is interesting because does it give you a reasonable example of what the static image would be? Because I don't think it does because it kind of looks brown.
No way. There's no way. Oh yeah, there you go. You leave it idle. So the way that just comes down to the way that LED produces light and the way that your screen produces light.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it's two different. It's additive versus subtractive. I think.
Yes.
Yeah. It's that on top of the way you're rendering on a screen is at 60 hertz, and the way you're flashing lights is completely independent of hertz.
Yeah.
Not comparable. And so your screen is trying to transition sequentially, and it's doing it very quickly. So you'll see that hotspot in the middle that's a single color because there always is a single color. Whereas in reality, when you're seeing lights blur, they blend. And your eyes will see this like spread of them. So
yeah,
it's not accurate. It's neat. It's kind of maybe like reminiscent of what it'll actually look like, but that's not the point. The point is for it to be able to be dragged around and you have fun with it. It's just another way to.
It is definitely qualified for that.
Yeah, it's super fun. I definitely have not played it enough yet. I love it actually. This is great.
This is wonderful. All right, so
you're gonna have to stop us from just playing with.
Yeah,
the
no,
cursor.
I have to focus up.
Fun.
I'm gonna change it to a different thing so I can focus up here. And
for anyone watching at home, you can jump onto lightshow.lol right now and you can have fun with it too.
You can just cursor around.
Pick a device like a Duo or any device, and then go to the animation and click the little mouse icon. There you go. Have fun.
So what is this color? What does this color set thing do that I'm clicking?
Yes. So this is a really cool implementation of our randomizer.
Oh,
how they're
Oh,
but essentially each one of those little color previews is a type of randomization,
I see.
which is really cool because so the first one is really simple. Randomize a single color, like
I see
pretty
what
self.
you're saying.
The
Yeah.
second one is randomize a pair of colors, which are uh, not always complementary.
I
There
see
are
that.
different relationships between the pairs of colors.
I see that.
Um,
It is actually genuinely well, it looks like it's genuinely random.
it's not random. Each pair of colors has a true relationship. It's
Interesting.
just a not necessarily
But it's randomized in a way that actually looks good is
correct.
maybe a
Yeah,
way of saying it.
it's smart random. It's not smart
Smart
as an AI. It's
smart random. I like that. I like that because that really truly because nobody likes real random. Real random is bad. Our
random gets
true random is shit. Like it's always been bad.
True
it's not
random always just makes like brown in some bizarre way, or
Yeah.
like an icky, like pale something.
Yeah.
it's not impossible for true random to look good. It's just very rare.
Unlikely.
Um,
Highly unlikely.
so yeah, so I believe if we go through these, there's randomize one color, randomize a pair of colors. They do have a relationship. So they both tend to look
Random
randomize.
rainbow feels perfect for exactly the kind of randomized parameter that I would like.
Exactly. Randomized rainbow. We'll pick a rainbow and it will always be well distributed, but not always the same number of colors. So it can go anywhere from like 5 to 8 colors for the rainbow. Yeah, 2, 3, and 4 colors, pretty self-explanatory. Those are 2, 3, and 4 color sets. The next one after the rainbow is monochrome. It will randomize a single color and desaturate it. Oh no, that might even be black and white. Yeah. That one, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be monochrome with a single color or just black and white, but right now it's just black and white. So I'll take a look at.
Yeah, it seems like it's just black and white. So there's
Yeah,
also what is this? Is this pastel fade of some kind?
yeah, that one might be the monochrome one. I have to talk to Daniel because he's the one who built these buttons. And
Daniel's in the chat. He says that one's is a grayscale. Those buttons were super lazy.
Right,
So,
right. He was. This was basically the first run attempt at this, and he did it in one night, and it came out great. And we didn't address it since. But yeah, so the last one is the it's just I guess pastels. We're missing the monochrome rainbow one. I guess that button just needs to be the grayscale one needs to be adjusted slightly to be monochrome rainbow.
gotcha.
Or not monochrome rainbow. I'm so sorry. Monochrome of a single color.
Monochrome fade.
Yeah, right. It'll pick a color like yellow and then fade it to white, or pick a color like purple,
Gotcha.
fade it.
So a hue fade basically,
Yeah,
or a
sort
shade
of.
fade.
Yeah, yeah. It's a saturation fade.
Saturation fade is the best way. Yes, is the best
Yeah,
way to put it.
that's what monochrome means. Monochrome means a single color from that color to black and that color to white. That's
right.
what monochrome means. It's
Right.
that
Right.
area. I guess it's not a spectrum, but whatever. You get it. And then the last one, I believe, is the true random. So it's gonna make poo poo sometimes, but it's not always gonna make poo poo. And if you can click the button really fast, a lot of times you'll eventually find something dope.
It's true. I'm clicking the button really fast. All right.
Mine made brown. I win.
Yep.
Yeah, literally, I got brown right now.
Yeah,
I win.
you're gonna get a lot of brown when you go true random, and that's just the nature of averaged colors.
Right.
But that's fine. Everything those are great. I love those buttons. The colors, I believe. Let me double check. Uh, yes, the colors are draggable and droppable, so you can drag and drop colors to change color order from the little
So
previews.
how come
That might not be working perfect.
how come only half of my, like the outer half of my
That's because if you look in the window titled LED selection,
LED selection.
you only have one LED selected this time.
I see. So that's the second.
Yeah. So
LED
if you select
selection.
both LEDs, you will be affecting them.
LED
Right
one,
now,
LED two.
we're working on a
Oh,
way of
gotcha.
like clarifying which LEDs are selected because it can be a little unclear. It's a little confusing at first.
No,
Like,
you
I'm
just if you don't know what you're looking for, then you don't realize what's going on. That's for sure. But now that you say it, and I see that one was red and one was green, now that both are green, it's easy enough to tell what's going on. So
totally, and I think part of it is that one, it's you don't realize that at first, and then two, it's not really clear. So or it's not clear. It's easy to miss. So even if you do know about it, you can forget very easily, and that's kind of annoying. So we're gonna do something to make it easier to notice, without making it obtrusive.
nice.
I think
Oh
what we're
my
gonna
god,
do.
Ultra Dops is so cool looking on the screen. That is
There you go.
amazing. This is
Ooh,
amazing.
yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna make an Ultra Dops really quick. Hang on a second here.
Perfect.
We're gonna see what's
Yeah,
going on
play
here.
with it, play with it. There's randomizers for the patterns, and you just played with the randomizers for the color.
I'm just gonna move my screen a little bit here so I can see. All right,
And the duo
so
is showing
on
live
duration,
as
so
we
I'm
make
pretty
these
sure
choices.
Is it?
it's 117339
Or the CHROMADECK, sorry, not the duo.
11737
Yeah, What was it?
11733.
It may be possible in the future to get the duo to preview live, but for now, just the Chroma Deck previews what you're creating, and you will just quickly push that to the duo, and then you'll see the preview. You just won't see the duo preview in real time. You'll see the deck preview in real time, which is
Wait,
reasonably.
I'm sorry, say that again. So I've got if this Ultra Dops thing right now, I won't be able to see it unless I push it to the.
No, if you look at your Chroma Deck while you're making these changes, you'll see the Chroma Deck is demoing the changes you're making.
Oh, I can't really
Um,
tell because of how bright these lights are.
Yeah, let me see. I've got some like lag going on here.
Interesting.
I still hear you guys, but everything else froze.
We're still here. We're vibing.
Oh, and it's a me problem.
1703. Is there a way to make sure that I like push the correct how do I say this? The correct
Mode slot?
never mind. It's working. It's just sometimes you can't tell what's happening when you have the speed all the way the fuck up on the animation.
So we are currently editing and messing with mode 0.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So as
That's
we're doing this, we are affecting the color set.
Well,
as
you're
we do
affecting
this.
like kind of an ephemeral version. You're affecting the mode 0 that's loaded into lightshow.lol, but that change won't be saved unless you push it. Does that make sense? Push it
Yep.
to the duo. Cool. I'm back, or sort of back. Back enough. Back again.
Shady's back. Tell a friend. All right, so
Yeah.
I think I figured out what I was looking for here, and now I got Jest mode rocking on the Ultra Dops mode. On the Ultra Dops base, I should say, and now I can put some colors in there. So the pattern is how you change the pattern, obviously, but the color set only changes by clicking on. Okay, so these top buttons here are all randomizers, but I can do it manually at the bottom. Is what I'm
correct.
understanding.
If you click on an individual color in your color set, you can modify that color.
Gotcha. I figured it out. Yeah, I gotcha. I see it. I see it.
You can drag and drop those.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, you got.
And you can click the randomized buttons to have the color set randomized for and randomly generated for you.
This is good stuff. This is really good stuff.
Really easy to use, simple, intuitive, and very flexible. Like you have an insane range of possibilities. Nope.
There's so much room for activities.
So much room.
So much.
Also, just so you know, if you're having trouble seeing stuff on your CHROMADECK, you can affect the brightness on your CHROMADECK when you're not connected.
Right now, I'm just seeing one color at a time.
On your CHROMADECK?
But it's looks like it's because I'm in the color picker, maybe?
Yeah, I think when you're picking a color, the CHROMADECK will preview that color.
Gotcha.
Yep, that's what I'm seeing as well.
That honestly makes sense, because then you can see exactly what color you're looking for. Yeah, that's I like that. I like that. So that it actually shows you specifically what color you're, because what purple shows up. I mean, you could pick a purple on the screen, but what purple are you really getting? You know what I'm saying? So that I like that. And the second I stop trying to pick a color, it it
goes
flickers. It flickers into some. Yeah, it flickers into. Yeah, it goes into the right thing.
Yeah, that's a huge quality of life.
That's a massive quality of life, honestly.
I've got my CHROMADECK here if you want to show my screen really fast. My colors won't look super true, but...
Let's see what we got. Hang on one second. All right, I want to see. There, let me show me. We seeing.
So here I've got it all the way down, and then I'm turning up brightness. So here I am in a green, and then the second I let go, it displays the colors. As I start messing with it, it actually gives a solid of the color you're looking at. I know mine are super distorted because of the lighting, but yeah, it's doing this live as I'm running around the color wheel, which is crazy cool.
Being able to see everything as it happens is a massive plus.
The blue light on Sari's, you saw on Sari's screen, is the charging indicator. So her deck is charging right now while it's plugged in. That's not super distracting, I would say, maybe in real life when you're picking colors.
Not in real life. On camera, it's like, "Hi, I'm blue," but in real life, you can see it just fine. It's not a problem.
Oh my god, being able to see specifically what color you're fucking with.
It's
so massive.
This is huge.
It's so massive.
This is huge.
Like you can use your mouse to slide around the color spectrum, and you can see the exact. It's as if there's like a touch screen or like a touchpad on the device that you can slide around until you get to the exact right color instead of like going through a list.
Which is good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a color set on mode 0.
Excellent.
Actually, there's one more thing I want to do. LED 0 is tip and LED 1 is top. I can tell by the preview on the LED section, right?
Yep, that's correct.
So that's good. Now I want to get a gappier gap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Pico strobe.
Pico strobe is what is pico strobe?
It's very similar to seizure strobe.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
We rebranded.
And by similar, I mean it's identical.
So
we changed it to Pico.
Gotcha.
Pico's a friendlier name. I'm sorry,
yes.
everybody.
Strobe, stop.
You can call it whatever
what do you mean. What do you mean you don't want to call it something that is a medical condition?
I think it's so cute when it's Pico strobe.
It is cute.
It's much cuter as Pico strobe, that's for sure. All right, so now if I want to like send this somewhere.
Yes. Okay. So, you're still connected. You've made your mode.
I've made my mode. I'm connected.
You're happy, ready to go.
I'm happy. I'm ready to go.
If you look at the modes list, where originally we saw that pull button, to the right of that is the push button.
Push button. Push.
In the modes list.
So I pushed duo modes via CHROMADECK. That's what it said. So now
duo has the mode you
now
made.
my duo did my duo need to be on? Because it wasn't.
It didn't. The duo doesn't need to be on, but the deck. You will so your guys' decks have a slight issue in the circuit where the switch needs to be on in order for any of the chroma stuff to work. But the release version, it won't matter if the switch is on or off. It's better if it's on because you can see the preview. But
my duo isn't turning on in the chroma connector.
Correct.
Is that
correct?
Fine?
Your duo is not currently on, but the CHROMADECK is.
Yes.
So yeah, if you already push, it'll receive because even when your duo is off, it's still technically on.
So
It's just
I won't be able to preview it on the Duo itself. It'll just
not yet. Maybe in the future.
gotcha.
But yeah, if you click the duo right now to turn
Reseat
it
the
on,
Duo. Reseat the Duo, screams Daniel in the chat. Okay, let me see it.
oh, was your duo not turning on or was it
That's
just
what I'm
off?
saying. Yeah, no, it wasn't turning on.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
there it
yeah.
goes. There it goes.
Yeah, yeah. If you disconnect the duo from the dock, and
Just
put it back in.
kidding. It works. You can totally preview it right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I thought you meant in real time.
I love
Yeah,
how Daniel's in the chat. He's just like, please, for the love of God.
said it like
It's
3
Use
times.
the tech properly, please.
User error. Do it better.
That sign won't stop us because we can't read.
Exactly.
All we know is
Exactly.
colors.
Exactly.
It's no pretty no more. What happened?
Papa, more pretty.
Yeah.
You lie.
Yeah, Daniel is saying that he's looking into fixing that so after you push, you don't need to disconnect it from the dock.
I
and
see
back
what
in.
happens. Yeah, so once you push, you have to reseat the Duo in order to get it to turn on again. It happens
That's
every
because
time. Yeah.
essentially like in order for the CHROMADECK to reprogram your duo, it has to tell your duo to go into a programming mode, and we haven't figured out how to take it out of that programming mode, but it automatically
Gotcha.
will go out of the programming mode when you unplug it and plug it back in.
Interesting. All right, so I have my mode made, my made mode.
Yep. And then
And
does it look right?
Huh? Yeah, no,
Does it look right?
it looks like what I tried to make, that's for sure.
Excellent. Excellent. So yeah, that thing's ready to go. You can flash that to and from your other duos. Preferably after you update them, but it doesn't matter. And you could also customize the rest of the modes in that list.
Oh,
Get all
right.
crazy with it.
That is good stuff. That is
Just to
excellent.
reiterate for people who well actually we didn't do it this time, but whenever you put your your duo in your CHROMADECK, whenever you put it in the little white chroma link part, you must have already removed your battery carefully. I know that doesn't really mean anything right now because none of you have CHROMADECKs and chroma links.
Yeah, you won't really even be able to put it in without the battery taken out, will you?
Yeah, the battery must be moved, but someone might get clever like, oh, I don't have to unplug this because it can kind of just sit off to the side, and that will damage your battery.
That will damage your battery.
Yes,
Don't do
your
that.
your duo will be fine, but eventually your battery will only last for 15 minutes, and you will be like, "What heck? Why you make bad product?" And I will say, "I'm so sorry. I tried to make the instructions clear."
Well, you like we said before, that won't stop us because we can't read. So
Right, and that's my biggest gripe. I wish I could make it so the battery was safe, but there's no way to do that on.
Can you sell a product where the customer can read?
No.
I don't know how that's possible.
No.
So
is there a way to do it in some kind of like code or software where like it just automatically says, no, I can tell there's a battery in me? Like, is there a way to do it that way of some kind of fail safe, or do we just have to trust people to not read?
Essentially, it's a hardware thing. There's power needs to be flowing into the duo, and there's no space on the duo for additional components. Especially like it looks like you might be able to fit a component here or there, but the wires are crisscrossed so crazy all over the surface that like you couldn't even scratch a duo with a knife and expect it to work. That's how many wires there are underneath the surface if you scratch through the wires.
Okay.
And yeah, so there's really no room for the additional components, and it would require a component which only allows power to move in one direction. So that would protect it from the power coming from the CHROMADECK. But there's no room and there's no way to enable that on anyone's duo. So even if we could somehow add that to new duos, all existing duos as of right now would not have that. So it's just one of those unfortunate things. But luckily, this is not complicated to use, but not really so simple that you could figure out how to set up a CHROMADECK and CHROMALink without some sort of guide or tutorial, right? I walked you guys through it. Plug this into plugging that into plugging this. connect the thing, like don't plug in a battery.
Yeah, you're right. You kind of do need someone to sit down and explain everything to you, and if they don't explain this part, then that's on
Well,
them.
it's not exactly
Or
that you need
maybe
to explain it. It's that there will be guides, and in order to get this far to the part where you could damage your duo, you must already read the guide.
You actually have to read. So
Yes,
interesting.
You have to read and
maybe at the very least on lightshow.lol you have a pop-up window that says, "Hey, remove the battery." Hey, like in like that. I don't know. That's probably on Daniel. I don't know what kind of like infrastructure that would require, but I just feel like just putting a pop-up on lightshow.lol that you have to click OK to make it go away would
That-
probably be helpful. Daniel said, "Good idea. We'll ticket that." Cool.
Yeah, generally we try to avoid pop-ups because they're annoying, but that one is actually like probably the best possible.
Solution.
It's also
simplest
very
solution.
the infrastructure for all that. We just need to add the message. So that's a great thing. And if you click a little box that says yes, I removed my battery, and you didn't, I'm very, very sorry, but I can't help you.
Yeah.
I
I think that would probably suffice, as if you just had a big window that was like, "Hey, don't do this."
We also have like tons of GIFs and warnings all over the wiki. There's like lots of quick little videos of really, really close up fingers removing a battery from a duo safely and properly.
Yeah, that's teaching people how to do it safely so that they can. I mean, it's really not that
We're
hard.
literally trying to make it so that you can do it safely without reading a word. You can see the pictures moving and they show you, and it's real obvious.
I do show. Oh no, I dropped.
Yep.
Not.
And then and yeah, the guy yells at them in the very first line, "Take out the battery, please." Yeah. So that's good. Thank you for the suggestion for the warning. That's a perfect place for that one. And a perfect use of warnings when you're about to potentially do something that could be unsafe if you do it incorrectly. But otherwise, yeah, if you remove the battery, and really the risk here is that your battery will be damaged. It's not theoretically.
You can replace the battery, yeah, hypothetically.
Yeah, the battery is replaceable. Theoretically, it could fail, and if a battery fails catastrophically, it will consume all of its energy at once. Luckily, we're talking about a battery smaller than your fingernail. If it did that, like at worst, it would heat up a little. It wouldn't be fun. It wouldn't be like great. You definitely don't want to puncture this battery on your finger, but it would fail while it's connected, not in any other time. And most likely, it would overheat and stop working.
For what it's worth, this duo and this battery that I have was sent out to me during like the alpha run. How many years ago was that? And this has been my tester duo that I've done the vast majority of this with. I cannot count how many times I've disconnected and reconnected the battery on this particular duo, which is a lot of abuse because this is like my tester one. I just now have a wire disconnecting from the main plugin, and I can still like kind of fiddle with it. That's how durable these are. That this is a beta tester chip that I just sat and just unplugged, replugged, unplugged, replugged over and over again, and it just now suffered physical damage. So you should be fine.
You're saying the little white connector, the wires are exiting the back of the little white connector a little bit?
Just one of them. I'll get this better on camera.
Yeah, that's not the end. But yeah, that is eventually that battery will need to be replaced. I see.
There you go. Just that.
Yeah.
That's all that's happened to me is just that. And I can still finagle it back in there for the time being. But yeah, just to show like these are a lot stronger than they seem. It's been how many years? 3, 4 of me having this and just ripping this out of the chip repeatedly. And it just now did this.
It came out.
It's not a big deal.
Maybe 2022? I forget.
Yeah, when did I get this? Like
it
in
was
the early alpha, like even earlier. So this is the worst that's happened to me.
That was close to your wedding.
Yep.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. And my wedding was in 2021. So that's
like 4 years.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, like 4 years. So 4 years of beta testing abuse on and I use the word abuse deliberately. Like this was not a normal use case with the amount of times I was doing this to get it to flash, and it just now just boop, just disconnected. It's not a big deal.
You've been using a flasher for a while, which works similarly to a CHROMADECK, or in a Chrome, to test updates. But yeah,
Yes.
for anyone wondering, there is a special glue reinforcing the back. Actually, I wonder if yours even has that glue.
It looks like, from just like a layman's like look, it looks like hot glue.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
could be.
It's probably not hot glue, but probably similar. It's some kind of glue or epoxy, but I have them do that at the factory to prevent what you're talking about. So if it only lasts for a handful of years, that's still decent, and that's really, the more you play with the battery, the more it's going to happen. And you
Yeah.
theoretically only need to pull out the batteries to flash to update your duos, and after that, you only need to remove the battery on one of them in order to connect it to your device. And technically, you don't even need to do that because there is a transmit button. So just to
I've
go
been
over,
messing with this. Oh,
yeah,
it's so nice.
yeah, the transmit button is great. You can do you can set up your mode in on lightshow.lol. You'll see all the previews on your CHROMADECK and everything. Once it's all nice and good, you can click transmit mode to Duo, which is a button we have on there. And if your Duo is in sharing mode, where you can send wirelessly modes from one chip to another, you can just hold it or set it on top of your CHROMADECK, and it will flash the mode right over, with no removing case or wires.
I
So
can demonstrate.
yep. With that kind of situation, you never have to remove your battery, except for the one time to do an update, and any other times you want to change the firmware. But yeah, you have lots of options. That's the whole point. We give you as many options as possible, so you always have something that works.
You be
So-
you do be having options though.
So I have one of the pages. Can I demonstrate this, Shane? I'm gonna send from a Duo to the CHROMADECK.
Let's see it.
Wire in the transfer. Okay. So I've opened one of the many pages in the CHROMADECK. This is just one of the modes on here. So I'm gonna do the same thing that you do to enter programming mode. We're both now in programming mode. I'm gonna screw this up, and then
Yeah, you go to the teal menu in the CHROMADECK.
I'm gonna go to the teal menu and the teal on the Duo. So, and
works.
friendly reminder, in the teal mode, when you're like this, you have this low. If it's low, it's receiving. When you press the button, it's sending. So I'm now gonna send to the CHROMADECK. And that should have gone. Where is the receiver on the CHROMADECK, Shane?
By the buttons.
By the buttons.
Yep.
So that would probably explain why that didn't go the first time, but that's okay. So
Aim
This
at the
is-
right place. That's important.
just like that,
And
it's
then it flashes.
transferred.
Good. Yeah, but yeah, that wasn't even. That's very similar. That's definitely an option. You can send modes from your Duo to your CHROMADECK. But the other thing that I was describing is programming your CHROMADECK from lightshow.lol and then flashing a Duo from the CHROMADECK. So the other way. But
So
obviously it works
sending it back.
Yeah. Well,
Which-
I'm talking about like while it's plugged into your computer.
Oh, I just wanted to show that you can do this, that they talk to each other
They talk.
via this flashing. They talk.
They talk.
So you can just zap back and forth, and that's one of my favorite things already about the CHROMADECK is this mode that I put on the CHROMADECK, the randomizer made, and I'm like obsessed with this set. I want to keep it, so all I did was just onto the CHROMADECK, and now it's on here as long as I want it to be.
Right.
And it's such a cool, like, the storage element of this alone is
That's a lot of fun.
bonkers.
Yeah,
There's-
Of just being like, oh, I like this, I'm gonna keep this and just zap it onto the CHROMADECK, and then anybody with any of the Vortex ecosystem, correct? I
Yeah.
can just boop, just straight. So if
Anyone
you're at
with
a show,
that's been updated to the
that's
latest firmware. But
so
as of
anyone
now or newer. Yeah.
yeah, so anybody that you meet that's like at a show or at a meetup or whatever, if you're like, hey, I really like that set, you can transfer it from the duos, but instead you can just whip out the chroma deck and go, oh, I have it right here, and then zap it over to other people's devices
Or they
with the
can
light transfer. So
hide your
it's
deck.
gross.
Yep. If you have your deck on you,
Just
you see an orbiter, you're like, is that a vortex? Oh yeah, is it updated? Yeah. Can I
there you
have
go.
that mode? And they're like, sure. And then they send it, and then you get to go, thank you, goodbye.
Now,
You
now
know,
Glovers can be just like all the Magic the Gathering players and be like, "Hey, do you have your deck on you? Yeah, let's."
yes.
Great.
Yeah.
Now everyone's gonna carry around their deck. That's funny.
That's great.
Yeah, but yeah, the whole ecosystem is fully transferable. The only ones that won't work in the transfer are a vortex that hasn't been updated in the last year, or
So
a
mine.
orbit or glove set that or handles that haven't been updated in the last year. But those can be updated by plugging into a computer and clicking update from lightshow.lol. They can all be updated through lightshow.lol now. Or wait, no, that's not correct. The other devices, you plug them into your computer and you drag and drop the update that you download from Vortex Community. Oh, I see Daniel and Dave talking about the part that I was the power protecting the battery still. I think yeah, so Dave mentions that the part that I'm talking about that there's no room for on the Duo is a diode, and that's correct. It would be a diode, which is a one-way power valve. It protects power from flowing into the battery when it's not supposed to. But they also go on to say that yeah, there really is no way to do it outside of the Duo. It would have to be a change to the Duo itself, and which there really isn't room for them to begin with, and doesn't help anyone who doesn't have that change. So all the existing Duos right now will not benefit from that. And
And
then
you guys have been so good at giving us stuff we didn't know to ask for, that
True.
whenever we're like, can you do this? You're like, hardware limitations. I'm like, I
yeah,
don't care.
Mm.
I'm like,
yeah,
cool. Cool.
yeah,
Like I didn't know I needed this. I didn't know that, like, the features on just on the Chroma Deck itself, example, being able to program sets directly from the Chroma Deck, not even plugged into the computer, just with
right.
the little buttons and being able to program color sets from the device. I didn't know I needed that. And now I do. So
Perfect. Yeah,
anytime you guys are like, no, this isn't possible, I'm like, you're doing amazing, sweetie. That's fine, you
yeah.
know.
I'm not super. I like I said. This is me being super nitpicky about the whole thing. I would prefer to have that diode in place that would protect duos from powering the battery, and then all you have to do is put it in. You don't have to pull out the battery or something like that. But um, because that would protect the connector and the wires and all these things. But it's such a low frequency situation, and there's also we worked on this a long time. Like Daniel and I, we brainstormed several times for multiple days of just like, can we do it like this? Can we do it like this? Can we do it? And there's no simple solution that can be applied to the existing duos. That's the problem. Most of the duos that exist right now are already in people's hands, right? There's the only thing we could potentially affect is future duos, and even those, there's again there's no space on the chip, and if there was space on the chip, we would have put it on. I would that'd be the very first thing I do. I did
And
try.
There's no more room
I
for
know
activities, even though we keep saying
there's
Yeah.
no more room.
even though we keep saying there's so much space for activities, there really is no
Well, and
more space for.
I know I'm sick of, you want this feature, get whole new hardware that only has a one minor change. So you being willing to stand on business with that is refreshing. Like, could you go back and put new hardware on it? Sure, but do you really want to make everybody do that?
It's sort of like theoretically I could go put you can't go back and change the old ones. That door is
Right.
closed. There's no way to fix duos that don't have the hardware. Future duos I could change to have the hardware theoretically, but there's no space on the chip. So I'm not saying this is going to happen. This is not me announcing or confirming the existence of a new product. But in the future, if we were to make a Duo 2, that would be one of the very first things we would go for.
Duo,
Having
duo, the
all
duo, duo.
the duo.
Duo
The
squared.
du-
The
the
do
du-
duo.
the duo. Oh no! All right.
Do
All right,
duo.
so Daniel is telling me to hit that little Wi-Fi looking button in the modes panel, the fifth
Yes.
button that will
That's-
transmit the mode. Send it back. That sends it to a Duo wireless from Chrome. Huh?
I'm gonna step away for
What? What does that mean?
You're trying to do a thing. Yeah. Have you tried doing the transmit? Do you see what happens on the deck?
Well, I'm right now. I'm just trying to lock in exactly what I like for
Oh, yeah.
this.
Right.
So, I
So, uh-huh.
well, I was just gonna say I don't know for sure if this is the mode that I want, but I think it is. So
Okay. Well,
I was
we
just
get there.
kind of tweaking it, and that's all I was gonna say is I was just tweaking it. But if I just press this button, what does it do?
Okay,
and-
so get the mode wherever you like it. Click transmit for a second just to test it out, and look at your chroma deck after you click transmit. It'll get very bright white.
Oh wow!
You see that?
Yeah.
So take one of your other duos that's in the dock right now.
Doctor Duo.
And yeah, take a duo from the dock, put it into transmit or mode sharing. Oh, on a mode you're gonna overwrite. We're gonna overwrite one of your modes, but you're gonna flash them all anyways. So low
Yeah.
pressure.
True.
Um.
Oh, that's what it was. I was trying to figure out what the pattern was, but let me fix it.
Okay. Yeah. Do whatever you need to do to make the mode what you want it to, and when you're ready, put a duo on into transmit mode, or wireless mode sharing mode rather, and yeah, let me know when you're ready.
I return.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
Thanks.
All right, there it is. Now I have the fire mode.
The mode is on fire.
All right, so now I just press the transmit mode to Duo.
Do you have your duo in mode sharing?
Do I have my the one
Take
that's
the extra duo, the new duo
the-
that I
the
told you
new-
to pull out the dock.
the nude Duo? Whoa.
The new duo.
Careful.
You don't have to
Whoa
pull it out.
there.
Keep it in the case.
I can keep it in the case.
Correct.
Oh, it's already out
Yeah.
of the case. So
Whatever. It doesn't. It can be in the case or out of the case. It doesn't matter.
now it's back in the case. How about that? All right. So
Go to mode sharing
mode sharing is
on your duo.
that one is.
The teal
Teal.
menu.
I knew that.
Okay. And then once you're waiting in mode sharing, go ahead and set it on your chroma deck with the button facing towards the deck. So like upside down.
I'm missing something here. What am I forgetting?
Oh, you're in one-click mode. Turn it off and hold the button to go to regular.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
there
it's
you
in not one click mode, but is it supposed to be off when I hold it?
go. No, you go to a mode and hold the button.
There we go. Never mind. Now it's in teal. Okay, got it. I remember how to work these things.
Select teal menu. Enter the teal menu.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're just highlighting.
I got
the
it.
teal
I got it.
Oh. Yeah, sorry. And then go ahead and set it with the button facing the deck, on top of the deck.
On top of the deck.
Yes.
Oh my
Now click
goodness.
trans-
Oh my goodness.
That's
I don't think
gross.
it worked though. Hang on. Gotta do it
Did it
again.
work?
Yeah, it's not going all the way in. All the way. It's flashing to almost green.
Oh, it is, but it is in transmit mode and it is starting to receive.
It's receiving. It's just not all the way received.
Oh yeah. Oh, you have the original duos, right? This might be an update related thing. Okay, yeah. So
I gotta update
you can
again.
update that chip, and then we can try this again.
This
because I've got your
because
duos-
this chip hasn't been updated.
Hasn't
This
been
chip
updated.
has been updated. This chip has not been updated. So yeah,
Right.
you're right. I gotta update the rest of these before I can do that. You
that-
right. You right.
exclusive to you. But yeah, you could try with the new duo, like Daniel said. You could pull it out of the dock, put the battery in. Yeah, I think everyone else's duos will work right off the bat, but your duos are missing a very important part about mode transfers that
Um,
will make them not
seems
like this.
seems important to me. Oh no, I dropped something
Series
important.
should do
Grab that.
this.
Grab
Are
that.
yours updated,
Grab
Sari?
that.
Mine are updated, yeah. My whole machine just got upset. So
Oh
That's okay,
let me
no.
show. I don't
Yeah,
know why
mine-
everything but Discord is frozen for
that was so
me.
weird. I
That's
had the
tragic.
yeah, actually, I had that same thing happen. Oh, I wonder if this is somehow related to light
So
showed
that's
up.
repeatable.
Is it
Well,
repeatable?
yeah, there might be a thing that happens, which it caused my Chrome to like hang and freeze for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, that
But
just
every
happened to me on Google Chrome.
yeah,
So here's my here's my process on how that just happened. I unplugged my ChromaDeck to show like what I just did on screen, and then I did not refresh the page to plug back in the ChromaDeck, which is my error. But when I plugged it back in, I hit the refresh button on lightshow.lol and it just hosed Chrome.
oh,
So that was
interesting.
my process on how I got here. Not sure if it's my machine or if it's a lightshow.lol problem. I'd be willing to bet it's my machine because I am
That
on a poor decrepit dinosaur.
that one's tricky because it wasn't really actively running lightshow.lol. It was refreshing the page, which is more like a Chrome function. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the website
But it
how
hosed
hmm.
everything else. Like I can't get into Task Manager. Why is Discord still running?
Uh,
But
Daniel says it has something to do with the fix we did recently, and
okay.
it's
Daniel nuked your computer.
Daniel.
he's a
Damn
violent.
Daniel. Back at it
No,
again with the computer viruses.
Daniel says unplug your computer. No, I'm just kidding.
Unplug
He
your ChromaDeck.
said unplug
I
the
did. I
Yeah,
did, and
that
I'm
was
still like
that
I can't even click anything. Like none of my desktop isn't responding, yet I'm somehow still in Discord.
oh can you control alt delete?
Nothing.
Ooh, spicy.
Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. I got
A
something. I got something. There. Yes. Control Alt Delete. Restored control. Page unresponsive. I'm gonna exit page and just restart. So, I got out of it with Control Alt Delete, but yeah.
good. Well done.
This is really cool,
Any
dude.
issues
Yeah, that's that. We'll look into any bugs like that as we go forward. The cool thing about all these new products, the duos and with the ChromaDeck, the new Spark Orbit and Spark handles, the new updates for all Vortex devices is now, um, assuming you own a ChromaDeck, every single device is updatable. If a bug ever happens, we can fix it and then say, "Hey guys, new update. If you're having trouble, please download it." And the
Yeah.
bug goes away. Problem is fixed. So there's
Problem.
no more, oh, we need to send it in or we need to find someone who can update them with the special hardware. Now it's all like properly open source, properly updatable. We are officially in the 21st century. Light show technology.
I love this.
Yep.
I'm
This is
back.
amazing.
Cool.
Yep.
This is incredible.
But yeah, so the idea is of what we were trying to do earlier, assuming all your chips are up to date, and that probably is only something that needs to happen for Josh because his chips are particularly old and prototypical.
Particularly, yes.
Particularly. Everyone else's chips probably won't have that issue. My chips don't have that issue, and any updated chips will not have that issue. And he has all the things to update them right there, so he will no longer
Sure.
have the issue.
I will no longer have the issue very shortly. Very soon.
Right. But
Yeah,
what'll happen?
mine didn't have the issue because I got the flasher for like later firmwares. So he's on like the super alpha, like very early firmware. No one else should have this problem. There was a new firmware that was pushed out, even come the beta team, I think.
Yeah,
You had a different
Gross.
firmware, so
Josh had a different firmware than anyone else in existence.
That's right. I had something special.
He had firmware J.
firmware
And
J. Huh.
it was very, very special.
Very special. It wasn't working.
We
Made
have
it just right.
we have to It worked enough to win a tournament,
true.
but
It was working perfectly
that's
on me.
beside the point. What is this Ghost Crush? This Ghost Crush is something interesting.
Ghost Crush is a pattern. I don't know if it existed before me, but I devised it based on there was oh yes, it was sort of a long time ago. Okay, I need to finish this. The mode Ultra Dops is just Dops but very tightly packed, right?
Right.
Ghost Crush is that Ultra Dops with a gap between each full rotation of the set. The concept for it, if you recall a mode, I don't remember what chip it was on, but it was called Edge mode, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Or
That was on the
maybe
Chroma 36s.
yeah, right.
Edge is on the 36s.
So,
Crush
fun
is
fact.
on the
Fun fact.
controls.
Crush mode is a bastardized Jest mode.
Is it? I thought it was bastardized Edge.
It's not as good Jest mode. It was Jest mode was made, and they made Crush. Actually, was it that Crush came first, and then I took Crush and shortened it and made it different, or was it that they took?
Yes.
I think it was
Crush. Crush came first because, if I recall correctly, the controls came out before the V2s, and us getting our custom sets on the V2s must have come after the controls. Am I correct on that?
Oh gosh, we're talking about ancient history.
the V2s.
Yeah, we are.
The original. What was Crush on originally?
The controls.
Crush was on the controls. So then,
yes.
then it was a bastardized Jest mode, because I made Jest mode when they made the 36s. And I had the only Jest mode in existence, and then they made Crush, and I showed people how you could take Crush and make a pseudo Jest mode using Crush.
Yeah, that's dope. But so that's Crush and Edge are similar, if I recall correctly, and those I liked the vibe of like those tight little packets of several colors, but with big gaps in them, and that's Ghost Crush. Ghost Crush it's Ultra Dops with gaps.
So
and it's a pretty.
Basically, Jest mode is Ghost Crush with but instead of having a large gap duration, you have a 1 gap duration and a group size of 3. So the group size is the key to making Jest mode.
Group size is a very interesting variable because it basically artificially treats your set. So a set can be up to 8 colors, but if you pick a group size, you can now make your set more than 8 colors. So if you pick a group size of 10, it'll do colors 1 through 8, and then color 1 and 2, and consider that one set. Or you could do the opposite. You can do a smaller set. You can do 8 colors, and you can say a group size of 3. So the first group will be color 1, 2, 3. The second group will be 4, 5, 6, and the third group will be 7, 8, and 1.
All right, for anyone watching who wants the secret sauce, Jest mode is on duration 1, off duration 1, gap duration 7, dash duration 0, group size duration 3. 11703.
You should post that to Vortex community, and then people can download it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have the gross randomizer mode that I've been obsessing over. Now on to the. Do we want to how do I share that with Josh right now?
Okay, maybe put a link in the chat. Do you have the link for it?
Don't know how to do that. So I'm looking. I have it. It is connected. It is pulled. I am now looking at it on the mode 0 custom. I have the mode selected. Where do I go from here?
Have you shared it to to Vortex.community and uploaded it there already? Because we can do that right now. So if you look at mode, there's a few buttons next to mode. One of them is get the link, and that could open Josh to an editor with it, and the other one is share. Click the share button. It should take you to Vortex.community, and it'll ask you to log in. So maybe if you don't already have a login, we could do this.
I don't.
Okay, so let's do it.
I can make this.
Yeah, try getting the link instead.
Okay.
And
Get
now,
link.
yeah, in our chat, you can go ahead and paste. Where's our chat?
Is there a way to reorder modes?
Whoa. That is
Not-
a wall of text.
Oh, is it big? A big
It's
chunker?
I'll send it. Check. Oh god, it's so long that Discord wants me to get Nitro to send it.
Oh, that's terrible.
Rip.
Let's try it. Is it
So
if you click export? You can do export mode.
export.
instead.
Okay.
Might be shorter.
Export copy in mode. Copied to clipboard. Just gonna do this either way. Send in chat. Same thing.
Oh,
Exceeds 2,000 character limit.
damn. Oh, 2,000 characters, not a lot.
It looks like to me it's like sending the actual code logs itself. I could be talking out of my ass, but it's a big block of link. Oh, Daniel says link is bad.
Yeah,
way.
I'm throwing failed to push modes already transmitting. What does that mean?
Wait.
Oh, that's a different issue on his end.
Yeah, two different things. Okay.
Than mine.
Yeah. Are you sure? It's you did a copy JSON or export mode rather? Because the JSON is very
Mode.
no, not
Export mode. Copy
copy JSON, the one that looks
Yeah,
like a
export.
export.
Mhm.
Yep. Now copy.
Export, and then it's
Is that more than 2,000 characters?
copy that, paste. Yep.
Oh, too bad. You can make a like a chat bubble if you do a tilde
refresh.
tilde no, not tilde. The same key as the tilde, that weird slash thing.
But
You
if
do
I
a triple
refresh, I'll lose all my stuff. I'm very confused. What do I
wait,
refresh?
let me help. Like that, sorry, if you know how to do that. The triple tilde key without the show, and then the text, and then another triple. Okay, so what's happening, Josh?
I'm getting a push mode error. Says fail to push mode's already transmitting.
Oh, did you take your duo out of the dock for a second earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to reconnect to it. Where's your connection window? If it's still there, like the connect to
device controls.
the Chroma Link Duo window. Oh, you're not even connected to your deck. Did you unplug your deck?
No, I'm connected. It's
Oh, you're
connected.
connected. Okay.
It's all connected.
Yeah, it looks like you're missing the Chroma Link Duo window, which is where you flash the firmware and connect the Duo. At least I don't see it on your screen. See, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, making my screen real big.
Yeah, the resizing the window doesn't work properly right now, so that may cause other issues. But yeah, the only way to get it back otherwise is to.
So if I I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna refresh, even though that's gonna.
Lose it. Oh no! What we could have done is unplug the deck and plug it back in and reconnect it to it.
Oh well. Fuck.
Oh,
I already did it. CHROMADECK.
Yeah, this is from disconnecting the chip earlier. It doesn't remain connected if you pull it out.
Well, it was working though. I connected it and reconnected it multiple times.
Oh, it was connected then.
Well, what I'm saying is when I took the chip out and re-put the chip back in multiple times, it worked. It was working just fine.
It resumed the connection without you having to click connect the second time?
Yes.
Oh. I don't.
Multiple times it did it, actually.
Really? I
Yes.
don't know. I didn't know that was possible. I would definitely have to defer to Daniel to see if that's because from my understanding, you need to connect each time you plug in the Duo. If it's ever disconnected, you'll need to reconnect. Well, I guess that's not necessarily true. I'll have to talk to him.
Okay, so if I have.
Oh, hey, he's not in YGM, but he can join us. Daniel's here. He's free. Let's add him.
Jump on in.
But we gotta add him to YGN because he's not part of the group. How do I get him?
Send him an invite.
Invites.
Oh, he doesn't have permissions. Join any one of them, and I'll pull you in.
Oh gosh. Oh, he's in YGM, no permission. Got it.
I don't see him. No, he's in the Discord. He's just not in any of the chats. He
Yeah,
needs to
join
join a
the chat
chat, and I'll pull him in.
Lover's Lounge. Join one of those 2 open campus chats if you see them. Or maybe I don't. Maybe those are only me. Arena streams, maybe.
I don't know. The second I see him in anything, I'll just pull him in. But
Yeah, Daniel, hop into any voice chat room you can see.
if you have
on-
any permission for anything at all, just join it. But otherwise, we are stuck. Community
invite
chat.
I'll invite him to this one then.
I'm trying Daniel. I don't think I have permissions.
Invite. Copy. Paste. What? That didn't work. I'm very confused. Copy.
Yeah. Good.
Paste.
I gave him invited to study group. And now there he's in the study group. You can add him from study group.
Yeah, I got it. Maybe.
Yeah,
Can I scroll down?
It's easy to navigate.
Can I scroll down, please? Oh my god,
No.
this is so
Okay.
difficult for no reason.
Discords are best.
Wait, did it not pull?
He's waiting.
He went to a different study group.
I can't pull him in.
You can't pull him in.
Let's just go in there.
Okay.
Hey.
Hello? What happened? I'm so confused. Where'd everybody go?
It's
I'm
muted.
so
There we go.
confused what's going on. What happened?
We're here. We did it. We're here.
What
We
just
made it.
Yo,
I'm so
I don't know what
confused.
happened there.
That was fun. Welcome to the party, Daniel.
All
Hey,
right.
how's it
Well, anyways, what are we doing here? What's happening here?
Yeah.
going? So whatever happened to your connection, Jest, I think it was just a bug with the website. I don't think you did anything wrong.
That's
Oh,
what I'm
I don't know what
saying.
happened, but it broke.
That's
for
what
some
I'm saying. All right, well,
reason.
So
Yeah.
wait, I have a question, Daniel. Can you do that? Can you connect a Duo, push modes to it, disconnect the Duo, and reconnect the Duo from the Chroma link, and
You-
it still is
I
connected?
can
on the
tell
web-
you. I can tell
Yeah.
you clearly can
Wow.
because I did it.
Yeah.
Because the push and pull modes to the Duo, it's like a self-contained operation.
Right.
It puts it into programming mode, and then it pulls the modes, and then it doesn't take it out of programming mode. That's the problem right now.
Right. And if we ever got to the point where we had like real-time mode previews on the Duo, then you'd have to connect it each time, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. We'll see. We'll cross
Well,
that. bridge.
no. It would still be different. If I did real-time previews on the Duo, they'd be some kind of weird hack because I can't
Right.
just make it run the way the others do.
Right. There's no
But
space.
yeah. What were we saying just before this?
We were talking. Oh, we were just talking about getting his thing working.
Is it working now?
Reconnecting it. Yeah, it was just.
Yeah, it seems to be. Seems
like
to be
that word.
doing the do.
Fire and ice kind of vibe. Very good.
I have uploaded my gross set to Vortex Community.
Oh yeah, that's what we were doing. So if you
right.
want to send your mode to Jest,
I send link.
yeah.
in
So there's
chat. There
3
we
different
go.
ways. You can send him a link to it. You can send him the mode data, or you can send him a link to the mode on Vortex Community. 2 of them suck right now.
Yeah, I uploaded to Vortex Community and I sent that set because the other two were such large packets of text that Discord got
Yes.
mad at me.
Yes. So if you copy the JSON, it's going to be pretty long, and the same with the link. The link literally just takes the JSON and puts it at the end of the URL. It's super lazy.
Yeah.
So once I fix that stuff, the link won't be as long. I can make the JSON smaller. But the main problem right now is when you open a mode from Vortex Community onto lightshow.lol, it's going to open a new tab.
New tab, right?
So it's not going to use the tab that he has connected to his device. And that's
Mm,
the really annoying part. And I can't solve that easily because they're different domains. One's vortex.community and one's lightshow.lol. And there's some
mhm.
browser security bullshit that doesn't let me talk between the two tabs. So I can't really fix that right away, but I'm working to fix that.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is actually just send him the JSON, because then he can just paste that and it'll get added to his mode list. But it can be long.
Yeah. That's true. The JSON would work. So, what do we want to try that now? Even though the link is working, do we want to try that instead?
Well, so what Jest could actually do is he could open the Vortex Community link. Yeah, let's do this. So Jest, open the link she sent you to Vortex Community.
It's in the main chat hub or chat for
Yeah.
this conversation.
Right.
God,
He's
So
gonna
open
find
light
that
show,
now.
there's
and
so
then he'll
many.
get JSON himself. That's funny.
All right, what do I do? Click this button.
Click
Yep.
the lightshow.lol after you open that.
Got it. Okay.
And did it open a new tab?
Yes.
Okay. Now go over to that tab, and you should see mode 1 or whatever will be the second one. Should have it still has mode 0, which is like the default.
Oh, am I supposed to click on lightshow.lol or am I supposed to? I'm confused.
So you're on Vortex Community. Yeah, click Lightshow Lol with the blue button. Lightshow Lol with a little arrow. Yeah. And then that. Perfect.
He had to do it again. It didn't.
It didn't import.
It worked on the second try for me.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we can
It
figure
must
that.
have been the stuff that I was doing recently, trying to fix the
There it
tab connection, and I half fixed it, and then
There it is.
yeah.
Or
Okay.
no.
So that
This
mode 1
is-
custom.
This
It
isn't.
was the second one. On
Oh,
the list.
this is it.
Yeah, it's part of the work I'm doing is it has to just add the mode to whatever list you have. I just haven't gotten it to use the right tab yet. So
You see the
what,
little support.
yeah, what you want to do is push that on the mode itself. You see how you have the 3 white buttons before the X?
Mm-hmm.
The third one right before the X is
Yep.
like a copy button. Yeah. Export mode. You want to hit that and then just Control C or whatever. I think it automatically copies it to the clipboard.
Yep.
And then go over to your other tab, the one that is connected to your device. And then the second button in the modes list, the pop at the very top of the modes list. Not that. No. No. You you have to go backwards now, Jest. You've accidentally copied something else.
Yeah. Go back to your other tab.
You gotta go back to your other tab and copy the thing again. You yeah, copy that one.
All right. Now where are we going?
Go to your
So
tab.
This
it's the
one?
second button.
Paste JSON?
Yes,
That one.
exactly. Perfect.
Yes.
That's where you paste it in, and that'll add it to the list.
Gotcha.
Boom.
So
Wait, did it
this
change
one? Yeah, it worked.
Go all the way down to the bottom.
It worked.
There you go. Is it different? It looks different.
Yay!
Did it switch to a chroma deck?
It
Were you
switched.
always?
It was.
You didn't have the duo connected yet, did you?
No. Sari paired it as a CHROMADECK mode.
I might not have
Oh.
had it connected. Here's the thing. So I have Duo
see.
up here, right? Device control. That's
You'd have to click the connect USB connect, get connected to the chroma deck, and then it'll give you the chroma link panel.
That looks right on my end.
I'm confused.
Mine's different. Well, maybe I'm just tripping. No, yeah, the. Huh.
So
All right, let's slow down for a sec here. How many light show lol tabs do you have? Just 2?
yeah.
I think you can probably close the other one. We don't need it anymore, as long as you got that copied or whatever.
Okay, but under device controls, that's how I connect to the device, right?
So when you select that drop down, that is just like choosing a device. you don't. It's not actually connecting. You can just simulate. I want to have a duo and I want to make a duo mode, but I don't have a duo connected to my computer. Or I want to make an orbit mode, but I don't have an orbit connected. You can just select the device and then you can make the mode.
Hmm.
Right.
It's the USB button that'll connect the device, and for whatever reason, I think what you just need to do is probably refresh, because I don't know what's
Refresh.
happened to your connection here. Your CHROMADECK is plugged in.
My CHROMADECK is plugged in and blinking at me.
Yeah, click
My
the USB button.
my
Oh, the
button.
CHROMADECK's blinking.
I mean,
What's
it
it doing right
flickers.
now?
I
see.
don't think you can.
Oh,
see.
so it flickers when you close or refresh the page, right? Yeah, I think that looks fine.
So
Hit
am I
your
supposed to
USB.
select device in order to get this to?
No, you don't have to actually select the device. That's
Yeah.
that's like
Yeah.
if you weren't connecting and you wanted to make a duo mode. You don't have to
Okay,
select it.
but here's what
just
I'm confused about. It only gives me mode 0. Where's all the other modes that were on
So
this
when
device?
you're not connected to the device yet. And when you don't have a device selected, you only have one LED. Um,
Okay,
when you select
but what
when
I'm
you
saying.
select that drop down, you're not actually connecting. So that drop down is not doing what you think it's doing.
Okay, so how do I find all the other modes that were? Do I have to pull them from the?
Yes.
Yes,
Correct.
you'll have to connect and pull them again.
Pretty
So
good.
you have to hit the USB button to connect to your CHROMADECK, and that'll give you your ChromaLink window. Yep.
we go.
And then you have to hit Connect Duo first, and that. So right now, if you hit pull modes,
Gotcha.
it would pull the CHROMADECK modes. But once you hit Connect Duo, you see the image changes. Now
Mhm.
it's gonna pull the Duo modes.
Gotcha.
And if you hit Disconnect Duo, it'll go back to your CHROMADECK.
Gotcha. So now pull modes from device.
Yep.
All right. So it did it. It pulled my
And then
modes.
you're gonna want to delete one because you can only have 9, and
I
then
think
paste.
Oh, I've only got
that-
the 9.
Yeah, so delete one so that you have room for one.
Oh, I see
Just
what you're saying.
hit the X button on the side or whatever and get rid of it.
And paste
Yeah,
JSON.
and then now you can paste in that JSON.
Perfect.
Bing, bang, boom. But she gave you. Okay, so I'll have to play with that because it's a CHROMADECK mode. It's changing the device to a CHROMADECK
Yeah, I saw
when you paste it. That's not supposed to happen.
Oops.
We found a bug.
Yeah,
We
it's-
found another one.
It's
Alright,
Yay!
so
just a
like,
UI bug though. I think if you were to push the modes, I think it would probably work fine. I think it's just light show lol is just showing you the wrong image.
okay.
Yeah.
So all modes from device.
You got to connect Duo. That's gonna pull the CHROMADECK. Those are CHROMADECK modes.
Duo. Cool. All right. So that
Yeah.
worked then.
Yay.
And then delete one and then paste in. I guess. Yeah, give it a
I'm not
try.
gonna do that right now because I don't wanna. I wanna try to make a list of modes here to
Gotcha.
put on my thing and then update all of them.
Gotcha.
And I feel like the UI thing is gonna throw me off. So
Yeah, I think I'll have to fix that before next time.
but yeah, I'm gonna make a list of modes here. And then I'm gonna call it a night because we are actually 20 minutes over our scheduled time already, which is wild. Yeah, that's just time flies when you're finding bugs.
That
There was one thing that I wanted you to do, Jest.
Yes.
If you have the time,
Sure.
could you plug in one of your old duos?
Plug in one of my old duos. Yeah.
Just hit Connect Duo.
Okay.
it should work.
It should work. It should tell you which version it is. And I think you should be able to pull the modes from it.
Really?
Yes, but you can't push. Pre 1.2, you can't push the modes to it, but
So
you can pull.
I don't need to do anything. Just pop the duo out of the.
Same as the other process. Yeah, just don't update it this time. That's all.
Okay.
I would hit disconnect duo in your UI.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think that matters. Like, it doesn't matter if the duo is in the dock. Yeah, it just switches back to the CHROMADECK. And then when you plug in your new duo, you can just hit connect duo again. Those are CHROMADECK modes.
Duo.
Yeah.
And then connect Duo, connect CHROMADECK.
Connect Duo.
Connect. Okay.
Did it do anything?
V1.1.2.
Oh, there we go. Interesting. So
So
those are
now
pretty
update firmware, right?
old. You can pull your modes. Wait, don't do that yet.
I don't care about the modes that badly.
Give it a try though. Let me see if it
Okay,
works.
so pull modes.
Try pull modes first.
Failed to demo mode. No current mode.
Okay.
Push modes
That's
to
fine.
device. Pull
So
modes
probably
from
doesn't work either.
device. Yeah, no.
I guess you probably cannot pull from pre 1.2. I forget exactly which version number. Some things changed, and I don't feel like adding support for the old ones because they can just update them. But that should be it.
Okay, so I updated it. Now what do I do?
Hit disconnect and then connect again. Technically, the process after you update it is not fleshed out.
It doesn't give me a version number now.
Interesting. Do a disconnect and like unseat your Duo and seat it again. Does it turn on?
Yep, it does.
Cycle through all the modes. Does it have 9 modes?
No, it does
Interesting.
not.
Interesting. Maybe it didn't update the firmware properly because you pulled out the old one and put the new one in. I haven't actually tried doing that before.
It still says Duo version undefined.
Try hitting update firmware again. It should just work if you just hit update.
Flashy firmware updates.
It's
Going backwards.
Disc-
Unupdating.
disconnect and reconnect, right?
Yeah, give that a try.
that was sick.
VO
Downgrading firmware.
undefined again. Still.
Interesting. I think if you were to refresh and do the process like
From scratch.
from scratch, I think it'll all work. I think it's just because you probably unplugged one and plugged in the other. I've
Huh.
never tried that, but I thought it would work fine.
Let's try refresh.
hmm
Select device.
You don't have to do that. Just hit the USB.
Yeah, it was like, wait, where's the, what am I looking
Right.
for?
It's next to select. Yeah. You don't have to hit connect. Just update.
Update firmware. But it's
Yeah,
on
just update.
CHROMADECK right now, right?
Yeah, but you don't have to connect to update. It'll that window, the update firmware, is specifically for the ChromaLink. It's the ChromaLink panel.
Gotcha, I see.
Yeah, so it'll only ever update.
It'll know.
Yeah, those 3 buttons are only for the Duo.
Gotcha.
If your ChromaDeck needs an update, it'll be in the window to the left, but it says your firmware is up to date.
Nice.
Normally, it would have like a button there that says update now. I think it's working this time.
It
There
seems
is
like it's
one-
taking its time this time at least.
Yeah, that seems correct.
Update
There is one thing you should
firmware,
know.
update successfully.
After you flash a firmware, you need to turn on the Duo and cycle the modes. Does it still says 1.1.2?
Yep.
What?
Modes 5.
Turn on the Duo and cycle through all the modes. Does it have 5 or
It
not?
doesn't turn on.
You have to reseat it.
You can just slide it forward and then slide it back. That's
Yeah,
enough.
just give it a little slide.
Has 9 modes.
Okay.
Then it's likely just a UI bug showing the old version. I think I just need to work on the process of after you update the Duo, it needs to pull the new version and use that new version, whereas I think it's just reusing the old one without updating it.
All right, so let me just verify my process here. What I need to do is I need to update the firmware on all of the Duos individually, and then have one plugged in to make modes on them, so that I can then send all those modes over to them individually. That's my project, right?
You can send them to the Duos without plugging in a Duo. You could have all your Duos in cases. And
Oh
you
no
can just
no
make-
no! I got that. I get that part. I'm just saying, like, that's the last step, is making sure all the Duos have the one that I programmed from lightshow.lol via the
firmware.
firmware. Yeah.
You need to update all your Duos one time, and then you'll be good.
Then I'll be
So-
able to program all 9 modes on all of them.
There is one thing that you're going to want to know. After you have flashed the Duo, you need to turn it on once and cycle through all the modes.
Okay.
If you do not, when you try to pull modes, it'll get stuck.
Interesting.
Basically, what's happening is you're saving the modes to its storage when you cycle through them. You're loading them and then saving them again.
I see.
When you first flash it, the storage is empty, like just completely empty. So when you try to pull the modes, there's just nothing there. So it can't pull them. But when you turn it on the first time, it writes out its storage.
Interesting.
Do you mean just to
Yes.
turn it on at once, or
Yes. After a flash firmware, you must turn it on once and cycle all the modes. Otherwise, if you try to pull the duo modes, it will get stuck. And I can fix that in the future by enhancing the update feature to also write out the default modes. I
right?
just haven't done that.
Wait, so why do you have to flip through all the modes? I thought that all the modes are created on boot, or is it only
Yeah,
the
on the first boot, they get written to the EEPROM and to the storage, whereas
why,
normally they're just hard coded into the default.
why do you have to cycle through all of them? They don't all get written into the storage?
Not on the first startup. No, they get written when you cycle past the mode, and
Oh,
actually they go to the next one.
that's so interesting.
Yes,
I did not realize. I thought that the pause was writing
it
all.
it used to be the way you described it, but
Mhm.
that meant loading all the modes at once, and
Right, right.
that was causing us issues.
I
So we
remember that.
fixed that. Yep.
Well,
Yeah. Another good place for the nag pop up. Like Dave said, I do plan to just make it not do that. So when you update your firmware, it will just write out the defaults to the storage, and then it'll just work the first time. I just
yeah,
haven't
it's
gotten to that yet.
a process. It takes time. Like by the end of this, when it's all ready to go and launch, everything will just be plug it in, click a button, pretty much just.
Speaking of launch, that's probably the information a lot of people came here to find out. What
Right.
do we got for that?
Right. So everything is in production, which is good. Everything except for the spark handles, which probably doesn't concern a lot of people in this chat, but it's worth saying.
Worth
Um,
mentioning.
yeah, and those I believe should start production this weekend, so it's really not a big delay. But everything seems to be going really well, and should arrive, and it looks like we'll probably be launching, if all goes according to plan, uh, the last no, sorry, the in January on the 24th, 25th, 26th weekend. So probably on the 24th or 25th,
So towards the end of the month.
towards the end of the month. Yeah,
All
not
right. So tentative
fast.
launch date for the CHROMADECK is the end of the month,
Yes.
pending all things, going well. So
Right.
mark your calendars, save your monies, let your bank know that it is not a fraud transaction. That'll be good. That's good stuff.
Yep.
Is there's been a lot of information. This has been a very heady gloving stream today.
Jest, you I feel like are my gold standard on like did I make good instructions or not? Could you look at the duo guide? I'll send it
Sure.
in the YouTube chat.
Sure, yeah. I can do that.
Just look at it and tell me if it's readable.
So
or if,
they asked
or
if
if
there-
Is it a
yeah,
link in the send it to me directly, so otherwise
sure.
yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise I might
After this.
pop up on the
Yes, well, Dave, I will be making announcements, and I will probably send an email as well.
There you go. I sent it direct chat on Discord.
direct chat to me.
I
Okay,
mean,
yeah, I
I don't
see it.
even know
I
how
see
to
it.
find any other chat.
I see
to be
it. No,
honest.
it's perfect because I don't. There's so many ways to.
I struggle with Discord too.
All right.
Who doesn't struggle with Discord?
Duo upgrade.
Yeah.
All right. Here's the problem.
Right.
I can't read. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding.
We put
This
lots of
looks
pictures.
this looks like a lot of pictures. This looks, from a cursory glance, it looks pretty good. I will definitely go through it more and come back to you with an answer.
Yeah, I mean that's all I wanted to hear is just what does it look like at first glance.
Yeah, so it looks like it's, got the information and it looks like it's clearly written. So
Awesome.
you got that going for you. I also have a cat. Right.
Show the boy.
There he is. Here's the boy.
Yes.
He's very handsome.
Lucky.
He's kind of wondering where his dinner time is.
Oh, he's
So,
like that.
he says
He's starving and dying.
that's right. He's never been fed in his entire life. If you ask him, he'll tell you
Yep.
that. That's right.
Withering away.
If you could
Withering.
ask and you ask them, have you been fed? They would say no.
He's actually hanging out with me right now, which is
That's
oh,
nice.
he wants to play. He wants to play with the duos. That's what it is.
Oh, that's cute. Light show kitty.
Look at him. He's grabbing the duos. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Oh
he's
my
like
goodness.
these ones.
Okay, dude.
Everybody likes these ones, I hope.
Are you a light show kitty?
Light show. He's
Are
like,
you a
yeah,
light show kitty?
Dad, I love my dad. I love
Mm.
light shows and my dad.
That's right. He's a good boy. He's a very good boy.
That's an adorable cat.
He's a very handsome man.
Yes.
Oh, now he's biting. Now he's biting. Overstimulated. All right.
Easy.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being on the stream. We went over, which is good. It's always good to do more than is requested of us. Which is of course what Shane, you've been doing this entire time is more than what is requested of you.
Oh yeah, me and Daniel have been hard working.
You guys have been crushing it, and we really appreciate all of the hard work that goes into these products for us.
Yes, thank you.
Good stuff. So again, tentative launch date is the 26th, 27th weekend. So keep your eyes out for that. We'll do another launch stream, I'm sure. But tune in next Thursday for when I have all of this stuff finished and reprogrammed so that I can do new color sets and actually do light shows instead of just yapping for the whole 90 minutes. Which and then JJ says when Rivals stream. You know what? I'll play Twitch. I'll play Marvel Rivals after I finish my Pokemon game that I'm playing. How about that?
Is it good? Have you
Insurgents?
Yes, I'm playing Insurgents. Have you played Insurgents? It's so good.
What is Insurgents?
It's really cool. It's a fan ROM hack of it, and the base is Emerald?
Yeah, the base is Emerald. So it's got the nostalgia vibes. It's a fan-made game, so it's an entirely new region. It uses basically the entire national Pokedex, and then they have a mechanic that is essentially regional variants, but they call them Delta variants, and it's just an entirely different sprite of the Pokemon and an entirely different typing of the Pokemon.
And a different story. One that isn't quite as like you're a baby.
Yeah, no,
It's
people die and people are sacrificed to Darkrai in the very beginning of the game. It's quite metal. So I've been enjoying it. I've been playing that on stream. I'll probably stream a little bit more of that tomorrow. And then JJ wants me to stream Marvel Rivals. So I guess I'm gonna play that at some point.
Wait, is
it Jeff?
All the Pokemon up to Emerald or all the Pokemon?
No, they have. I'm pretty sure up till they have. I don't even know if they don't have Scarlet and Violet, do they?
Yeah.
I
don't think so.
I don't know.
I know
either
that
through Gen 8 or they re-updated it through Gen 9. I'm not sure.
I don't think they have Gen 9. I'm not sure if they do.
Wave and Wind.
Yeah, it's on the base of the Emerald game itself, so the same mechanics, same sprite and everything, but the Pokedex goes way beyond Gen 3.
Yeah.
So like at the minimum 4, 5, 6, 7 are there. I'm not sure about 8 and 9, probably 8. But
the only thing that I think is different about the base mechanics of Emerald in this game is the special physical split. But I'm pretty sure that was still exists. That still exists.
Yeah.
I thought that still
that
existed.
happened after Gen 2.
I thought that existed in. I thought that was Gen 4 that happened in. I could be wrong.
Either one of us could be wrong.
Now I want to know. I think that's.
JJ said it's up through Scarlet, so it's through Gen 9.
He's talking about Scarlet Witch. I almost promise you that. He's talking about Marvel Rivals. He has no idea about anything Pokemon. Don't listen to JJ.
I see. You're
They
not
got
nerdy
Scarlet.
enough for the
He's
Club.
talking about Scarlet Witch. But you said your name's Jeff. Does that mean you play? Are you a Jeff main, or you play Jeff the land shark?
I don't play. I don't play Marvel Rivals.
Oh,
I've just
okay.
got a bunch of friends that are all into Jeff.
Jeff the land shark
Jeff
is
the land shark.
It's exactly the type of character
That's
I'd
the
probably
Deadpool
play.
character, right?
Yes, and it's in Marvel Rivals, and he is toxic because you can eat the entire whole team and spit them out over a cliff.
Green. I've seen a video of it.
Lovely.
That's like the only
Excellent.
video of Marvel Rivals.
So cheesy, so cheesy. The other cheesy play I saw was Doctor Strange setting up outside of a door and setting a portal for everyone off the cliff. Those are the two best clips I've seen.
Yeah, I think I saw that one too, actually, where he just like he fakes a portal and then everyone goes chases him through it, but they actually just die.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a cheesy ass game. So, anyways, that'll come eventually, but
Yay!
yeah,
The cheese will come.
the cheese will come. All right, well, thanks for watching and thanks for being here, guys. And tune in next week for more finger wiggles and light shows. And better be weird than boring.
Yay!
Bye bye.
Thanks.